Cadenced clasp of classic song and its cryptic drones crooned with charismatic crown and eclectic bounce, echoing through the surrounds and beyond the architectural majesty that is the Chapel of Resurrection, University of Ibadan, on Saturday, September 13, 2014. In addition to abundant meadows, luxuriant milieu and verdant sprouts, the hallowed locale of the chapel came alive with radiance of arrivals, resplendence of officials, preponderance of motorcades and exuberance of colors. Indeed, nothing less was expected at the one-year Remembrance Thanksgiving service for late Dr. Olusegun Agagu, former governor of Ondo State. With throats of praise and feasts of prances in the minster, the service began with a sanctuary saturated with an elated congregation and an altar decorated with clergymen from different parts of the country. The heroic service was attended by distinguished guests. It was a service of influence in honor of a very influential Nigerian, Olusegun Agagu, the cerebral politician who used public office for the maximum good of the society. 1 year after his death, Agagu's influence remains undiminished and his achievements still unparalleled wherever he served. That explained the joy in the cathedral, especially as the choristers thrilled all with the masterly presentation of inspirational numbers. While Agagu's children and their spouses looked splendid in brown lace fabrics and striped ashoke, the late politician's widow, Olufunke Ibidoni Agagu, glowed with the smiles and the aura of an ageless empress. Her smiles and strides were indicative of victories in spite of the vagaries of life. For this virtuous woman, it has been 1 year without her soulmate. For Funke, as Agagu will call his wife, it's been 1 year without Segun. And for Mama, as the children call her, it's been 1 year without Papa. Both with the lovely company of Feyi and Bisoyi, Sholakwe and Brain Hammond, Omoumi and Femi Akinsoye, and hordes of grandchildren, Mama can smile again. Clergymen offered prayers for the Agagu family, and in smooth succession Bible passages were read to the delight of the graceful audience. But the ultimate delight came with the insightful sermon delivered by Bishop George Latunji Lashebikon. Thanksgiving followed. Mama, the matriarch, led the children and their spouses and grandchildren. The service came to a close with a recessional hymn. The convoy of cars later cruised to the International Conference Center, also inside the University of Ibadan, for the concluding part of the first anniversary of the transition of an avatar. The venue was brightly decorated with a thematic message of live, love and laugh. The stage backdrop blazed with striking pictures of Agagu, the consummate academic who redefined political office with selfless service and positive impacts. Guests arrived at the venue in style as they walked the red carpet with glow, glam and gusto. Radiating so much warmth and charms, Mama moved around the hall, acknowledging her team and guests with a graceful mien. So did Feyi, Sholakwe and Omoumi. Without any doubt, Agagu's children showed so much of their father's amiable, affable and hospitable dispositions. A short documentary on the life and times of the former governor welcomed all with vivid pictures and lucid narrative. In this gripping audiovisual thriller, Agagu's voice consoled his family and friends as he affirmed for the 10th time that he was a fulfilled man in all ramifications.
A highly fulfilled person, fulfilled in my profession, fulfilled in my public life, fulfilled in my family life. God has been so kind to me.
The event, therefore, was a celebration of a life of fulfillment and achievements, a tribute to track records, and an ode to the distinguished life of Olusegun Agagu. Former President Obasanjo attested to this match in his opening remark as the chairman at the inaugural memorial lecture and the formal launch of the Olusegun Agagu Foundation.
We are here to celebrate the great work, the achievement, and the legacy that Segun left behind. And we thank God for all that.
The keynote address was presented by His Excellency Festus Guntabaye Mongai, former President of Botswana, who was represented by Myrong Boang, Deputy High Commissioner of Botswana. From education to healthcare delivery, from infrastructure to agricultural transformation, history has now shown clearly that Agagu was God's gift to humanity. This became evident from the torrent of tributes cascading from the lips of iconic individuals who extol the uncommon virtues of Agagu. First was Nigeria's Vice President Namadi Sambo and Right Honorable Aminu Tambuwal, Speaker of the House of Representatives, both of whom were represented by Olusegun, who is also a faithful political son of Olusegun Agagu. Other speakers include Mrs. Omobala Johnson, Minister of Communication Technology, Mr. Obao Tudeko, Chairman Honeywell Group, and retired Rear Admiral Aki Adu, former Governor of Old Western State. Highlight of the event was the formal launch of the Olusegun Agagu Foundation, a foundation to immortalize the name and legacy of late Dr. Olusegun Agagu and the further ideals which he lived by and worked passionately towards in the areas of good governance, national development and intellectual excellence. The event drew to a close with a series of group photographs with the Agagu family led by its jewel of grace, Mama Funke, who was joyful especially at the spectacular turnout of this memorial toast of the Agagu legacies. Wherever and whenever it is told, Agagu's story inspires hope and his stride portrays history of affinity with legends of public service. Apart from Obafemi Awolowo, the late Premier of the Western region, no other single individual has attracted development in Yoruba land as much as Olusegun Agagu. As Deputy Governor in the old Ondo state, his intellectual efforts as a geologist resulted in the recognition of Ondo State as the only oil-producing state in the southwest. As Minister of Aviation, he started a regime of reforms that culminated in the modernization of the Murtala Muhammed International Airport, Ikeja. As Minister of Power, he was instrumental to the construction of 2 power plants in the southwest, namely Papa Lanto Power Plant in Ogun State and Omotosho Power Plant in Ondo State. And as Governor, Agagu spearheaded the creation of a major industrial hub in an area known as Olokola along the coastline of Ondo State. Today, Olokola hosts the monumental industrial dreams like the OK LNG, OK Free Trade Zone and OK Deep Sea Port. For these and many more reasons, Agagu will continue to live on forever. Like his middle name, Kokumo, he will enjoy eternity in the hearts of those he touched with diverse life-changing projects, and posterity will vindicate his epic struggles for a better society.
It's been a fantastic day to have a father who can give you pretty much anything that you ask for, and not necessarily in material things. His support, his love, his guidance, his friendship, just meets that person you can exchange things with. In the immediate nuclear family, we're the only 2 boys. I'm the only boy he has. He's the father. So now the girls is okay. Now the girls can gang up against me. It's a bit more difficult.
There hasn't been a day that we haven't thought about him, but we're comforted by the many memories that he's left behind for us. We miss you, Daddy. 1 year, and we'll keep counting.
We have missed everything about him. With Dr. Agagu, you can never have a dull moment.
As a very, very close friend, we will continue to miss him. Miss him for his fun, miss him for his intelligence. Miss him because he's a fellow who is always having something new to discuss and exchange with others.
He never took himself too seriously. He was always a gentleman to the core. So I would miss that about him.
From the Red Carpet TV, we congratulate Mama Olufunke and her brilliant children on such a glorious outing in honor of their hero, Olusegun Kokumo Agagu.